Hey guys, welcome back to Cards and Comics, and today I am going to be showing a video of my Mike Trout collection. So we'll start there. Now, before I start the collection, I do have a little bit of an update on some cards I found in my collection, and these are some Vlad Jr. cards. And the reason why I want to show them is that normally, I show new cards, but I go through my collection sometimes, and obviously paper 16, not too exciting, but then there's this chrome that looks pretty good. I've had this a few years, so they may or not be gradable, but they're definitely worth grading. Then I've got the whole series, update series, Vlad rookie. And then I've got the Solo. I got the series 2, I think, short print, and then I think it's series 2, and then I've got the Sapphire. And as far as the Sapphire goes, and so a couple, like last year, I made a concerted effort to pick up as many Sapphire rookie of some of the bigger players I could get. Now I can't afford the Cunha anymore, so I went ahead and got Tatis and Guerrero, and Guerrero didn't have a great year last year, and so I never did anything with it. The Tatis, I had a 10, and I sold it, kind of around, not his peak, but when he was pretty hot. And I just went in my box of cards and said, hey, because I just bought a PSA 10, 16 Chrome, and this card, and I just bought another one to put into the collection. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, well, I've got this card. So I just thought it was kind of cool. That my Guerrero Jr. collection was much nicer than I originally thought. All right, so on to the Mike Trout. Sorry, I just thought that was cool. So I mentioned a few times in other videos that this is kind of a different kind of collection for me, and how I have put it together. And so I haven't really focused on inserts or anything. I really focused on autos, which is just different. But and when I go through sort of how I did the autos, and try to explain it, why I focus on autos versus rookie cards, which is probably what a sane collector would have done. But yeah, so here's the box, and it's almost a double row box, PSA or graded card box of Trouts. And I'll start here in the back, obviously, with the rookies, and show you, kind of go in chronological order. Now these are all graded cards, so we'll start here. And now I've had the 09 rookie draft pick multiple times. Currently don't have one, so it's on my list of cards to eventually get. So we'll start here. Here is the 2010 Platinum Trout. It's in the PSA 9. Next up is what I consider this to be his best base rookie, and I know that a lot of people will vehemently argue, and value hasn't shown it, but this card's gone up a lot, which is the 2011 Finest Trout. And I've had this card multiple times, including a couple refractors. So then here is my base Trout, PSA 8. And I've had a few different grades of this, but I'm right now satisfied with my 8. You saw this in one of my other videos, or my live stream. I think I showed this a little bit. All 7 of you that attended that live stream. You saw this card, which is, one of my favorite Trouts. Let me get it autofocus here. And again, I like this because, let's see if I can get to focus. There we go. Because they're numbered. And I know how many there are. And this is card number 269. And so, I like a good number 69 card. And so next up is the 12 Finest. And this doesn't get quite as exciting as some of the rookie stuff, But, as a collector, you kind of get stuff in. Now, it's kind of got mixed in. So sometimes I do get stuff mixed in. So it's not all going to be in chronological order, because why would it be? Here is a Montgomery Club, kind of one of those special inserts that only members can get. So here's a Trout, and it's based on the 72 poster set, 2018. Really nice card. Here is a 2019. Again, my love of refractors and shiny cards comes through again. So this is the 2019 Bowman Sterling Continuity Gold, number 14 out of 50. So here is a 19 Crusade. I'm not that much into the Panini stuff, but I've been a sucker for Crusade. So here's 11. So back to 2011. It kind of jumps. Sorry. Box got out of order when I was searching for some stuff. 2011 Heritage Minor League PSA 8, and here is a 2012 Heritage, and I've had this card multiple times. And this is a PSA 8.5, and that's his first Heritage. Yeah, some people might call it the Heritage Rookie card. I don't subscribe to those silly notions that cards are rookie cards if they're not actual rookie cards. Here is one of these crazy preview card review kind of things from Beckett, a 9.5 on the 2012 finest. All right, next up is a 2014 Heritage batting pose, Mike Trout. And so here's the two 2014. So I know I had both of them. So here is both poses. So here is, and I guess you'd say this is the action and this is the base Trout. And they're really nice looking cards. So I have them both. So very nice. Both Heritages that year. Here's a 2014 Future Star Mike Trout, Gem Mint 10. And so you can see I haven't, paid the two Heritage. One was a 9, one was an 8. So you haven't seen a lot of grade consistency. So that's something that is definitely throughout this. So here's a 1372 mini, and it's a 10. And I don't think this card is too hard to find. It's just a cool looking card. Early in Trout's career, here's a 13 Trout mini. And so I used to think the minis were numbered this year, but they're not. So, but 13 Trout mini, cool card. Next up, a lot of 13 Trouts in here. 13 Trout. This is the Walmart blue version. Him sliding into 7.5. They're really tough cards because this blue chips very easily. 13 Trout Archives 83 All-Star. Cool looking card. And a 9. Here is a 2013 Topps Heritage Trout, and it says SP. And yeah, because it's a high number, I guess. So, but here's the 13 Trout. So we saw the 14. Here's the 13 and the 12. So I've got first 3 years covered. Here's a kind of a cool card. Here's a red prism out of 2013 Prism Trout, and I really dig these colored early prisms. It's only an 8, but you don't see it every day. It's a cool card. And then here's a base 12 Trout PSA 10. And again, theoretically second year, but what? I mean, you got a 9 to 10, 11, now a 12. So you could say this is either his second year or his fourth year. That is how silly some of these modern card, kind of how we look at modern cards. And moving on up to some Heritage. Again, a lot of Heritage cards. Here's a Chrome base out of 17. Here's a 16 action. So here's my second action. So here's 16. Here's another 16 action. These were going so cheap, I just kept picking them up. So, so that's definitely my first double. 2015 Finest Refractor. So this is another shiny refractor card. Another 14 blue. Walmart version and 8.5. Again, these cards are tough. Now here's my favorite Trout card, and I have 2 of them. Just in general, this is like if I was going to pick any rookie or auto card to be my favorite Trout card, it would be this card. 2014 Archive 71-72 hockey version. I have a 10 and an 8. I just think this card is just super, super nice. I love the hockey set, by the way, and I do have a lot of the hockey set. And but yeah, this version of it, and I just like the pink, and it's such a cool looking card. I love that card. That's literally, it's definitely my favorite Trout card outside of his rookie era and autograph stuff. And the card I showed on the live stream, I just picked this up, which is the 2020 Flashback Finest Trout. I don't have the refractor, which is on the want list. Here's an 18 update camo. And I believe the camos are numbered out of 25. So this is a 9. And so this is one of his harder to get inserts. So so right off the bat, as I've gone through here, you've seen I have a few inserts of him. Not a ton. So I haven't really done a lot of his inserts. I've done a lot of his base and variation cards. But I haven't really gone into the deep end on inserts yet. Now, here is a really cool patch card from 18 Triple Threads. It's a 9, which these are hard to grade. And so a 9 is a good grade. And it's only numbered out of 9. Here's a VIP Transcendent Through the Years card. So they're a little thicker as base cards. Here's what the back of these look like if you've never seen them. Get it to focus. There we go. So it talks about the Transcendent VIP party. They're numbered. You can see it numbered at 83. So they're cool cards, and this is the 58 design. So there's only 83 of these cards in each year. And then here's some more refractor stuff. So 18 Trout looks like 83 tops. Donner's Out of This World red. Just I thought it looked just like a cool insert card. Picked it up. 2018 Heritage. So this is the base chrome. And again, the base chromes are cool because they're all numbered. There we go. At a $9.99. So here's a variation color swap. So right here, you get like the swapping the colors there in that circle. See a little better. There you go. That's a 9, and here's a Gem Mint 10 17 Finest Refractor. So these are the graded cards outside of autos. So no autos in that. And then here are some of my better base or insert cards. Here's an Immaculate base card. They're numbered out of 99. I don't know what year this is from. Maybe we can see 2017 Immaculate. So here is Heritage from 19, I believe, or 2019 Heritage, and this is the base refractor out of Heritage. So again, these are numbered 570. Here is the base chrome from that same year. So I've got the chrome and the refractor. Here's a card I've always really wanted, which is just a black in a year. And so this is, I believe it's 18. Yeah. No, it's a 19. Sorry, it's a 2019 Topps. I think this is an update. Yeah, All-Star Game, and then you can see they're numbered out of 67. So there you go. Topps Black All-Star Game update. Trout, numbered out of 67. Here is one of the inserts out of Heritage. I believe this is a transfer insert. Here is last year's Heritage, and this is the base chrome. Again, numbered out of 99.99. Here's a really cool card. I bought this a while back. So this is the 12 Topps. And so this is the gold. I think they call it like gold shimmers or something like that. I'm not sure how rare they are. I just thought they looked really cool. And it's one of my favorite base variations that Topps did. The green shimmers are pretty cool too. Here is a I want to say 2014 Trout purple. So this is like, the hot box purple card. They're not numbered, but still nice looking card. For everyone knows that the red means target, so this is the target red. Defensive Player of the Year from 2013 Topps. So there you go. It's a cool card. It's like a really cool action card of Trout. I like that card. And then this is a super short print from 2013 Topps. It's kind of the Shades card. A lot of folks dig this card. It's kind of like a fun photo of Trout. There we go. Him kind of laughing and with the shades on. So again, this is a super short print. I haven't looked at it to see when this card is sold last, so I don't know. It might be a high dollar card, or it might be just like maybe $150 card. So that's my first round of inserts. There's all my graded. Now we'll get into the fun stuff, or the kind of the bulk of my collection. This is next part of my collection is really where I've spent the most time and effort, which is the autos. And so I'll start with the rationale. Why did I focus on autos? And I kind of viewed it like this, is that, Topps, and this is true, it's kind of panned out this way, is that Topps is kind of rationing out, Trout autos as kind of the big hits in most of its products. So you're not going to get like hundreds and hundreds of Trout autos anymore. Like back in the day, you'd have auto sets numbered to $9.99 and things like that. That's not going to probably happen ever again with Trout. So his autos are always going to be in that really super short printed, 5 or 10 of them, unless they're in a really expensive product, right? Like a Transcendent where you may have 83 of them or something, but like they're in a product that costs like $10,000 or something. So that was kind of my rationale, is that they're going to be Topps is going to use them as kind of like your biggest hit prize in most of its sets, and therefore they're going to just be harder to get. And going backwards in time, getting the cool on card, and obviously the Dynasty autos are turned into kind of exquisite light type autos in the baseball hobby. So I kind of thought, well, I'd get some of those, but in the end, those have always been a little more expensive. In general, I do have one, but I wish I had one of every year, and that's my goal. I mean, my goal is to have one of every Dynasty year of Trout. I just haven't been great at picking them up, but it's collecting goals, right? So we'll start here in 2013. Now, the way I collect autos is two criteria. One is, outside of Dynasty, I don't like to repeat myself with either a design or a set, so you won't see a lot of multiples. And then I like them to be on card. So in 2013, Trout had a beautiful signature. This is Panini America's Pastime, and I like how this set's designed. So I don't have many Panini autos in here. This one's numbered out of 75. You can kind of see it right there. And yeah, so this is one of my favorite designs from this time period. Just a really clean looking card. So that's my first auto from 2013. Now the next auto is one of my favorites, and so I mentioned Dynasty is I'm looking for the Dynasty autos, and the other autos I'm looking for is Archives. So this is the 73 Mini. So it's kind of like the Ginners where they're encased in another card. And so this is from 2013 Topps Archives. It's the Mini 73 auto. They're numbered out of 25. You can see it right there. Focus for just 1 second. There we go. 24-25. And Trout is obviously the big pull in the set. And so these Archives autos, but in general, is exactly like I was saying. In Archives, Trout is the big dog. And I mean, in general, all his Archive autos are super scarce, and they're super cool. And so every time I get an Archives auto, that's a big win for me. Here's a Transcendent from 16, one of the first years they did it. And I got this one because he did this cool little inscription, 2012 American League Rookie of the Year, and I just thought that was really cool to have an inscription. And they're really cool cards. I hate how Beckett has them in these like dumb, oversized weirdo holders. Let's see if I can get a focus on how weird that holder looks because it's super big for the card. So it sits in there at a, like super recessed inside that holder. But that's what it is, and you can kind of bounces around. I just not well designed for a card like this, but they're metal, so I mean obviously they're a metal frame, so it's not going to really go anywhere. It's just not one of my favorite holders for a card that cool. Next up is a Brooklyn collection. So this is obviously you have to be a member of Topps, I think Montgomery Club, to get these. I really like this design. So these are supposed to be like designs Topps never used. This is on card numbered out of, again, 25. You'll see a very common theme with Trout autos is a lot of them are numbered at 25 or less. And it's just a super nice looking card, gold etching, just a cool design and a nice auto. And it's an 8. And again, you'll see no real consistency in grades. In fact, I had no 10s, mostly 8s and 9s. So we'll move to the next pile. So you can see, like, I don't really repeat myself in autos that stack. And then we'll move to the next stack. And we'll start here with, and then another set of autos that I think is really cool and people overlook is the Stadium Club on-card autos and museum autos. So those two, you'll see a Stadium Club pretty soon. But the museum and Stadium Club cards are really nice, and they all have different designs. So here is a museum collection, superstar showpieces, and again, you see numbered out of 25, which is very interesting because Trout's number is 27, so very rarely does he have a card that's numbered high enough to get his actual jersey number for the proverbial eBay 101. So there is the museum, and then here comes your Stadium Club, Beam Team, coolness, auto right here. These are just really cool. Some of these are numbered, so there's different color variations of this card. This is, I think, the base, and just really shiny and just a nice auto, and it's on card. And again, it's out of Stadium Club, which isn't a super high tier product. And so that's what I like about that design is that it's just a cool looking design. Next up is last year's finest, and so I really like these autos too. The design, the refractor looking. I like just this rainbow kind of pattern behind. Just sharp looking cards, and so I picked up this Trout from last year's finest. Next up is probably top 5 autos of Trout I have in my collection right here. It is the Topps Archives, fan favorites. This is from, let's see here if we can actually read it. 2016 Archives. There you go. Whoa, get some focus. There we go. 2016 Archives. And this is one of my favorite cards ever. Top 5. Definitely, this is a really expensive card. It's not numbered, and these are just super short printed. I have no clue how many they are, but they don't pop up very often on eBay, and they're really tough. Another example of Stadium Club being awesome. So this is a Lone Star signature on card auto. They're numbered out of, again, you guessed it, 25. And super, super cool auto there. Again, on card Stadium Club. All right, back to Heritage, and this is this year's Heritage auto. And you'll notice like I'm missing a lot of like Heritage and Allen and Ginter autos from a lot of years. I mean, I love those autos because they're on card and they're short printed. They're just very competitive. I mean, it's hard to get these autos, and that's the same way for the Dynasty autos. It's just very competitive. It's like you either overpay a lot sometimes to get the one you like, if it's a cool looking card or patch, or in case of these cards, the auto is not smeared or done something weird. But I got this one, and the auto is nice, and so I do have this year's. And then, I like this new set. So this set came out, and I really wanted the base auto out of Topps Chrome Black, and I got it. It's like they consistently sell around $800. Now, here is my only Topps Dynasty Trout, and I think it's a nice one. Number 4 or 5. I believe it's 16. Yeah, 2016. Yeah, when you focus on it's kind of, like a lot of people, this one particular, because this cardstock here was almost like paper fiber, and the ink kind of, kind of absorbed into the card, so it looks a little lighter in places. So I'm not sure how the auto would grade. I'm not going to grade it. So I think it's a great looking card, and it's not missing any of the auto. So, and I think all Topps Dynasty autos like this are just, going to end up being the most desired autos he has. And so, yeah, but, you can see, I mean, the diversity of auto here is, I'm not really trying to repeat myself very much, and have unique looking cards and autos. Now, here is a 2012 Bowman Platinum auto. And so this is my first sticker auto, but it's an early Trout auto, and I like these early Trout autos. So, yeah, it's shiny, and it's a cool design. So, moving on, and to the Topps Tech on-card. Now, these are on-card autos, and they're actually fairly cheap in the scheme of things Mike Trout, and so you can definitely pick up some really cheap versions of Trout autos in the Topps Tech, and they're on card for the most part. And this one is numbered, and I believe it is numbered out of 50. So there you go, on card auto, and they're cool looking cards. I mean, I like them. A lot of people don't, and I think that's why they're a little depressed, because they don't, the acetate auto isn't everyone's cup of tea. Here's a tier 1, and I like tier 1 autos. This one's numbered out of 50. Holders also, or it's not the holder, it's the sleeve is all scratched up, but the card itself is fine. And this is a 12, so this is a very early tier 1 on-card auto of Mr. Trout. Next up is another tier 1. And so this is New Guard autographs, numbered 48 of 50. And it is from 14 tier 1. So 2014 tier 1. So there's 12 and 14. And again, you can see how his auto kind of changed from early on, very angled, to kind of this more loopy auto. Just kind of fun to look at. Next up is a big league. I think this is an 18 or 19 big league. It is 18. And these are not numbered, but they're cool. And again, it's a sticker. But, it's a cool design, and it's a fun product. I kind of like that cheaper product. Here is, again, tier 1. So I love this year because they went with, they usually have this kind of like black to dark looking set, and then this year they went with white borders, and I thought they looked really cool. And this year is 20, I think it's 2016. We'll see here. Yep, 2016. 2016, numbered 40 of 50, and really big auto, like compared to his other tier 1s. I mean, you can see like, his auto was much bigger on this card. And next up is the aforementioned Ginter, and then here is an example of a Ginter auto. And this is from, you can see it, '19. So 2019 Ginter Trout auto. And so, again, as I get these autos, you can see I love the tier ones. I haven't picked up a lot of these because, again, this set is competitive to get these kind of cards. People will love the set. Now, here is Inception, and this is kind of a silver signature looking card. These are numbered out of 10. You see that? 2 of 10. And now these are really nice, and I love that silver auto when it's all there and it's not faded or kind of missing the color. And this is from Inception. I believe it's the only one I got like this in terms of Inception. And then here is kind of the Luminaries, which was kind of a newer product. I'm not sure they're still doing this set, but they had on-card autos. It's numbered out of 10. But it was a cool, I think, good-looking product. Here is a Legacies. And again, I'm not sure Topps is doing this set anymore. This was numbered out of 25. It's really hard to see. There we go. And it's got this coppery look to it. This is a really different looking card. And I'm pretty sure they're not doing this anymore. And last but not least is my Mike Trout Topps. I'm not even sure what they're calling this. Major League Material from 2018 Topps. This is kind of like your patch auto you might get out of a jumbo box of Topps. And obviously they make the Trout pretty tough to hit because it's numbered out of 5. You can see that? Yeah, 3 of 5. So there you go. And that's all my autos. So that a lot of autos. And that's really the bulk of the collection. Now if I go through, I got a huge stack of just, base, here's a blue numbered out of 50 Trout, some variations, and so as you go through here, you can just see, I believe this was, the kind of reprints. I like that 75 card, kind of insert looking. So, just like you can see, I've just got a lot of different Trout cards, and some of them I have doubles of graded, some of them I don't. And some of these are harder to get inserts from Topps Throwback, like a 71 Topps, So just a lot of different Trouts. You do have a double of that. Here's a Finest Refractor, non-graded. So obviously I have a lot I could get graded that I've just collected over the years. And a lot of them are just base cards. Here's, I think, a variation. Here's some different Trout refractors. I believe these are all 18. And on my list is I want the Sapphire Topps base cards of Trout, so they're new on my list. I didn't really pay attention to them, at all. So they're definitely on my list of things to pick up for Trout. So yeah, that's sort of the collection right there, and that's and the big thing there is that I'm just collecting the autos that look cool to me, and I'm trying not to once I have like a Topps Tech auto, I don't really need another one, because they all kind of look similar. And that's another thing too, unless they look really different from a set, I don't really have this overwhelming urge to buy more. Like, I don't feel like I need to have 30 Allen and Ginter autos that all look the same, But if they're cool, like those, like Topps Archives are all different years and different designs, and they look cool. So that's my Trout auto collection for the most part, along with the other cards. And eventually, those other cards, I'll eventually get these kind of cards graded, if they're worth it. Some of these I need to sleeve. I mean, get a card, I'll throw it in the pile, and I've been collecting these cards for a while, and there's an actual cloth. So I know it looks kind of messy, but I don't do a lot of my Trout collection, honestly. I just outside of getting autos, and I haven't really paid attention to inserts, but those Topps Sapphire cards really call my name. And seeing that Vlad Jr. today, I just kind of stoked that again. So hopefully you can see an update where I get some new autos. I've got some, definitely want to get the Dynasty autos. I want to get some more Archives autos, fill in my Heritage autos, and then get some Sapphire cards. So that's my goals. I hope you guys like my Trout collection, and I'll see you next time. Bye.